Hey besties, virtual homegirls, and cousins of the internet. You've just tapped into Debriefing with D, where we don't just talk about it, we debrief it, break it all the way down, and get to the real tea. Respectfully. Now, before we dive in, disclaimer, this video is for entertainment, commentary, and educational purposes only, and is protected under fair use. On this channel, we debrief hot topics, current events, and cultural conversations, sharing opinions, insights, and a little bit of laughter along the way. All content shared here belongs to its respective owners, and no copyright infringement is intended. Now, with that being said, we gotta talk about the double standards playing out right now between Auntie Tracee Ellis Ross and Uncle Shay Shay, also known as Shannon Sharpe. Baby, my timeline is still on fire about this right now, and new updates just dropped about Shannon. Yeah, bestie, we need to talk for real, so let's break it down. First on the docket, let's start with the Tracee Ellis Ross, icon, fashion goddess, Diana Ross's daughter, Rainbow from Blackish, Joan from Girlfriends, the woman who has been minding her moisturized, ageless, glowy business for literal decades. So when she popped out possibly dating a younger man, the girls gagged, baby. Let's see what Miss Ross actually had to say about her choices on Michelle Obama's podcast that recently aired on YouTube.
I do date, and it's a fascinating adventure out there, you know. Mostly, though, I think there's really good men out there. I think to a certain extent, I'm a very unique sort of unicorn of a woman. And so it's going to take a unique person. And in the meantime, I have really learned how to live my life and enjoy it and not sit around waiting. I was saying to someone recently that I'm one of the first generations of choice, and it's not anymore, which really, there was a window and that has shifted. And I do think that that's going to change dating for women so much.
You would, when you mean you've been the sort of the product of choice.
Yeah, like the assumption of Roe v. Wade and the ability for a woman to find her own delight and pleasure and choice around how she navigates dating or how one would navigate dating. And we're in a different world now. And I'm curious what that will look like. It frightens me for younger girls because of many reasons, obviously. One of the reasons, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because—
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, Parish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracee's.
It's fun. It's really fun to share.
Tracee tale.
But
you date a younger woman.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
I'm sorry.
No,
Craig.
I was going to say, so it's a generational thing? So it didn't matter how you met them, or is it just kind of the guys you're meeting?
That's obviously—
too big of a generalization.
It's a generalization. But because I have dated men my age, there is a difference. There is an openness that occurs with a younger man around whether it's gender fluidity or not even having an issue with homosexuality. Something as basic as that there's times where I'll be sitting across the table from somebody and just like, what did you just say?
Yeah, what century are you?
Like, oh my God.
Where's your horse and buggy?
Yeah, like, I'm so sorry.
And your bedpan.
Yeah, for real.
Chamber pot.
Yeah, your chamber pot. Your chamber pot.
Okay, so the street says she's 52, he's allegedly in his 30s, and suddenly everybody has a PhD in age gaps now that her POV on dating has went viral. What I interpret Tracee was getting at on the podcast is that people often feel entitled to judge all age gap relationships without understanding the dynamics at play. Yes, she finds younger men attractive, but on top of that, she also values emotional availability, openness, and mutual respect, and for her, younger men offer that in ways that her peers don't. I get her point. I'm not there yet. I hope I don't ever reach that point because I have tried dating younger in my 20s and it just didn't go right. I feel like there was some developmental differences. I tend to be attracted to only people of my age range or about 5 years or so older at the max. I personally don't think what she said was super outrageous, but she was being very candid about it, and that maybe just surprised a lot of people in this artificial world. But I think there definitely is a limit morally to where you should go in age gap relationships because there can be issues.
And let me take my glasses off when I say this. Women, when are y'all gonna stop being predators and think don't nobody see that? We see you, and we calling you out too. Now that Shannon Sharpe's bullshit has come to the light, it's a good opportunity to talk about the bullshit that black women do in the community that's extremely predatory, okay? Grabbing a little boy hand and saying, that's gonna be my little boyfriend. Do you like children? That's weird. Don't do that. Grabbing a little boy hand and being like, oh, you gonna be a heartbreaker. Are you good? Is everything okay? Do you like children? Grabbing a little boy hand and saying, oh, look how he looking at me. Is everything okay? Should we call 911 police? Enough of that shit. Also, decentering the fact that you think we don't know that you are grabbing young little right boys for the picking from disassembled communities, 19 years old, maybe don't have an education, and you 33 years old, you got 19-year-old in your house playing daddy. Because the 33-year-old men wouldn't give you no choice. I'm calling you bitch out too, because y'all think y'all slick and y'all not. Predatory behavior on both sides, absolutely not okay. So if you see somebody being predatory, check them. If somebody grab your son's hand and say, that's my little boyfriend, say police. So now we both gonna be looking at each other crazy. Don't touch my son, you weird. Second, stop acting like little boys being approached by grown women at 16. Oh, I must have looked grown. You didn't. She liked teenagers, and it's not okay. It's not okay on both sides. As a person who has 2 sons, stop playing with little boys. We see you biz, and y'all weird.
Now, even Corey Halcomb jumped into the chat and had some choice words to say about the matter too, so let's check this out.
Tracee Ellis Ross prefers to date younger guys because she say guys her age are into the male toxic masculinity type of thing. Oh. She has something to say about guys her age. She says she like them younger. She says besides them being, I'll just use the word adorable, you know, the younger guys.
Adorable?
She didn't use the word adorable.
Okay, I was going to say, ooh, that kind of.
She said the younger guys are like, you know, eye candy to her. But on top of that, she likes being around them. And
she's 52. Wow.
Yeah, she's 52. And I'm saying it's like she's 52 and she likes dating younger men. Now, do I think that she's evil for dating younger men? Sort of. I just hope she's paying like she's supposed to. Because if she's not paying, she's destroying them without paying the fee. Because what is an old big who motherfucker been out here in the game and nobody cuffed her and took her? See, I know a little bit about this woman. She used to be up at the Improv. Fucking with the homie. I ain't got to say his name. It didn't work. Want me to tell you why? Because she couldn't capture a man with options. She couldn't be like, I choose you as my queen. No, this might be some shit where there's too much information. I used to see this land in Atlanta and hop in the car with,
No, she wasn't with Akon. She was with his brother.
Thank you. She was with Akon. Somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
I used to see this get out the car. I'm like, oh, she with Akon, brother. She's straight.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing the tea out to boss nigga. Get options to choose a woman who is virtuous. None of them chose you. So now, at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up. I'm gonna go that high. 45 and up. They good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But when you're around a man is gonna call you for who you are. I don't get Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross can get it. And like Kevin Samuel said about her a long time ago, I never walk down the street with this.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is. She can get it and it might walk down the street with her.
The ageism and the toxic masculinity is prevalent in this clip, ain't it? I mean, you thought you ate, didn't you?
I am disgusted.
He had some semi-valid points, but it was plagued with ignorance, so it was lost in translation. His delivery had to be for shock value, because if that's how you really feel about women, then I'm gonna assume that you need therapy, babe. But you really can't convince me that this is not Akon in this picture, though. His POV is scary nonetheless, and proves her point of the emotional and mental disconnect and why she chooses not to date men like him. Corey, is you cool? Do you need a hug? Who hurt you? I'm not trying to make any excuses for anybody, but I'm just asking, would y'all rather Tracee be dating a 60-year-old man who calls her young lady and snores during Abbott Elementary? Like, be so serious. Let her get her black don't crack groove back in peace. At the end of the day, we don't pay that lady bills, and I applaud her for not settling. Who knows? She may find the love of her age bracket next week, but at least she tried, and she tried within reason.
Tracee Ellis Ross meant 35. Y'all love to get on this internet acting fucking obtuse. She didn't mean 21 younger. You just love to try to, get status behind your predatory actions. She meant fucking 35, 40, and she's 55. Not you just wanting to date 20 and 19-year-olds and you're fucking 60 and 55 years old. That's different. And I hate how men get on the internet and act obtuse about power dynamics. Like, the average 50-year-old woman is not dating a 20-year-old. Like, just say you like little girls, you like young girls because they're easy to manipulate, but stop trying to make a thing a thing. Tracee Ellis Ross meant I like younger men. And the context clues, inference, y'all are just dumb as a box of rocks, man. She meant 35 years old, 40, 50, and I'm 52.
35 to her 52 isn't inherently outrageous. That 17-year age gap in this specific case is reasonable. However, 56 versus a 22-year-old is pure debauchery. Shannon out here sharpening a 34-year age gap. So with that being said, let's officially switch gears to the NFL Hall of Famer and Mr. Club Shay Shay himself, Shannon Sharpe, who allegedly was caught up with a 19-year-old and is now being hounded in a shakedown. Y'all heard me right, 19. Like high school class of 2023. For those of you who have not heard, filed as Jane Doe, the internet quickly tracked down that Gabriella Zuniga, a 20-year-old OnlyFans model, has filed a $50 million civil lawsuit against former NFL star Shannon Sharpe, alleging SA and emotional abuse during their 2-year relationship that began in 2023. And he is standing firm in his stance that this is an orchestrated shakedown.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
The lawsuit filed in Clark County, Nevada claims incidents occurred in October 2024 and January 2025. Zuniga's attorney, Tony Busby, has released text messages and an audio recording, including a clip where Sharpe allegedly says he is going to choke her.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Sharpe's legal team has denied all the allegations, describing the lawsuit as a blackmail scheme and stating that the video was consensual and role-playing. They also claim to have offered Zuniga tens of millions of dollars to settle before the lawsuit was even filed.
Y'all niggas on here talking about, but she looked 25. Cool, but she's 19. The minute that you find out she's 19, like that shit naturally, you should like regurgitate. Like you shouldn't even want to do with Shawty. And y'all niggas on here talking about she's more beautiful because she's younger. It's beauty and youth. I can show you a 35-year-old right now that look like an 18-year-old. She got the mind of a grown woman, but she look like she's fresh out of college. Niggas think like Shannon Sharpe purposely mess with extremely young women because those younger women are easier. Okay, they're easier to lie to. They're more easily impressed. They're easier to control because they're gullible. They're naive. They're more attached to their innocence because they haven't experienced nothing. You attracted to younger women? Cool. You 56. Find somebody in their 40s or 30s or 20s. But no, you chose a 19-year-old. You want to know why? Because them 20-year-olds, them 30-year-olds, they up on game. They done hurt the lives before. They done been flued out. They done been impressed by the money. All they don't work with they no more. And I ain't stupid. Okay, a 37-year age gap. Uncle probably just trying to get it rock soft off some fine shit. But you see where chasing lust gets you, don't it? Yeah, I'm on here talking about beauty and the youth. Okay, cool. Show me the baddest bitch in the room. I put her in front of a mirror and watch the devil pop out and be like, lust can destroy you. And the women do it too. Talking about some real basketball wives. Hey, these old women out here preying on these young, bro. They grooming them. This shit's sick. Even if the lawsuit do go his way, I mean, the damage is already done, bro. The text messages, the big black, all that. Hey, look, man, check on your unks.
The online reactions are definitely mixed. Some people are utterly disgusted, and then there's some saying he's living a dream, she legal though, she grown, y'all hating. It's like, I get there's a novelty the older men have for dating younger women. However, there is a certain line that you should not cross, and if you do, is it really giving goals or is it giving midlife crisis and still trying to keep up with the glory days?
Do y'all remember what Shannon Sharpe said about Megan Thee Stallion? That's another reason why I do not feel bad for this man. I do not feel bad for this man. So last year, he got backlash for comments he made about Megan Thee Stallion and ended up inviting her to his show to formally apologize. So he was on his podcast with Chad Ochocinco, and he made very, very detailed, vulgar comments about what he would do to Megan Thee Stallion in the bedroom. I mean, vulgar, right? Mind you, Megan Thee Stallion is the same age as his children. She's actually younger than his oldest child, right? And he got backlash for that. And you would think that he would learn his lesson. But here we are, you caught up in a scandal with another young girl. Why do these men think that, why do these men think that having money just gives them the right to do anything? Makes them free from consequences, from judgment, from ridicule. Yeah, you have all that money. You thought, you had enough money to pay for somebody's silence. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would have took the 10 million. But what's done in the dark comes to the light. And if you didn't learn from the backlash that you got for making comments about a freaking 28-year-old at the time, you couldn't have possibly thought an 18-year-old was gonna be any better. Crazy.
It's like I want to have sympathy, but this just keeps getting messier because now there are rumors coming out that Shannon was offering sis $25,000 per cheek. Yes, y'all are hearing me right. He out here offering a 2-pack of buns for $50K.
Alright, give me the money!
I mean, in this economy, $25K don't sound bad. I'm asking for a friend where the applications are, but at the end of the day, if you gotta break out your Zelle mid-conversation, maybe what you're doing isn't dating, it's negotiating. And I mean, Shannon was an attractive man when he was younger. He's still attractive now, but it's like when he was younger, I'm pretty sure he could have had any woman that he wanted. So I'm curious to know why he didn't make a choice when he was younger. And then the race play part, I'm not a kink shamer, but I do feel that some of them do stem from trauma and abuse. There is a very thin line between having fun and needing therapy.
And since we're here talking, Shannon Sharpe and these text messages and the allegations against him, I just want to go on record and say that Black men are the real bedwenches of the Black community. And over and over and over and over and over and over again, it's proven. I exist in a lot of areas of social media. When it comes to race play behavior, Black men, whether they engage with other men, whether they engage with the opposite sex, no matter what they're doing, it is prevalent in kink spaces. Black men, as much as they make it seem as if they're engaging with non-Black women in order for some retribution for slavery, no, they are doing slavery reenactments, okay? That's one. Two, we have to find a space to start unpacking how colorism affects the way that men navigate the world, not in regards to how they navigate women due to colorism, but how colorism has affected them and how they lean into specific tropes within how the world navigates them through colorism, and they turn it into a part of their armor and a part of the way that they see a benefit to themselves, and they think because they've done that, they aren't being harmed by colorism. When you look at porn online, there is a huge space of Black men who only shoot with white women, who have white husbands who are cucks for them, and they are doing this bull content. And again, because they're the ones polarizing these women, everyone thinks this is cute. You are engaging in real-time slavery just for a better check.
Shannon also did an episode on Club Shay Shay with Donnell Rawlings, and these were their thoughts on dating younger.
Yeah, I'm like, 20. She 23. Donnell. 20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell?
I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom?
Yeah, good question.
No, wait.
I'm asking the question.
No, because
this ain't the Donnell Rawlings show.
Love is love.
If you don't,
love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
Say Drake, I heard you. Nope.
Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love.
I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old pregnant.
It's possible.
It could have happened, but I ain't want them odds.
Hold on, she was on Bad Girls Club?
Yes.
You like bad girls?
I made her a good girl. Ask me another question.
You like toxic.
I was going through a transition in my life, and if somebody made me feel good about myself, that I knew in the future I was gonna have a beautiful son that you was gonna try to ruin the relationship I had with him by talking about did he see you between Diddy legs. I saw the future of this show before we even goddamn did it. All right? And I didn't break no laws. I didn't do. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all meet at? Forever 21?
Yo, y'all ain't gotta laugh that hard, son. You know what?
I'm just trying to figure out, where you meet a 23-year-old at? Because hey, 23, I think I'm a couple of years older than you. I go 33. So I just need to know. 23, 33, they're probably in the same area. Maybe we can hang out.
I'm not with you. I am not hanging with you. I'm not hanging with you. Okay. what I want to say, there was a part of my life where someone gave me a certain energy that I needed. And they expressed to me, I wasn't out there on no playgrounds.
Yeah.
I didn't have R. Kelly in the background. And they expressed to me that and this is how they get you, I like older men. Bing, 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 bing,
Right.
bing.
You like younger women.
Can I finish my
Go ahead.
sentence? You can switch to do interview yourself. If you want to do that, give them another mic.
Nope.
No, it was just, it was something that happened in my life. It was timing. It was me coming off another relationship, and I just felt this person made me feel good.
I think Shay Shay was a little reserved in this conversation because he knew he was doing the same thing. I want to have empathy, but it's like they keep proving Tracee's point. I can understand and I don't disagree with age gaps, but I think there is a moral limit. I think when men date extremely younger, my opinion is that it's a status thing, wanting to feel young again, feel like they still got it. When women date extremely older men, I think it's most likely daddy issues or transactional. Now listen, I'm a 25-year-old woman, and even I feel weird thinking about dating someone twice my age. Men in their late 40s and 50s do approach me. Naturally, at that age, you know the game, so you do lead with money, but it's not always worth the risk. And that's why when I see situations like Shannon's, it doesn't read romantic to me. It reads strategic and power-based. There are so many women like Regina Hall, Tracee Ellis Ross, Bernice Bugos that is his age and more, and they definitely are beautiful, so he has some options. And so does Tracee, but she don't got any scandals. She told us her business by herself. Now, what did he expect from a 19-year-old? Is common sense in the room with us? She is an impressionable white tea child. You are an established black man pushing 60. Did you expect solidarity and safety? A NDA and picking someone with a fully developed frontal lobe would have saved him a lot of time, embarrassment, and money. Monique done already came to Club Shay Shay and laid down the law on what she thinks he needs. And honestly, I completely agree with her. Let's check this out.
Been trained to go against you. We've watched our mamas, our grandmamas, our aunties speak ill of a black man. So now when a black man comes and he good, you waiting for the bad because grandmama told you black men wasn't shit. Mama told you black men wasn't shit. Your auntie said black men ain't shit. So all you have in your mind is black men ain't shit. And so when you get that beautiful black man, he's now got to say to you, erase everything they taught you.
Right.
Because I'm here.
Or then you treat him like that, and then he goes, and then you talk about...
Now you're mad because he done went to the white girl, Shannon. Now y'all start treating Shannon good, okay? Start treating them good.
What advice? If somebody, if a group of women were in here and they're like, come on, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say what you tried to say.
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Let's also talk about the differences in life stages and kids. Shannon Sharpe has 3 grown kids. Tracee Ellis Ross has no children. Tracee isn't out here building a power imbalance with a baby fresh out of high school. She's vibing with another grown adult that's over 30. But this is all alleged. So Shannon, if the rumors are true, he's choosing someone whose brain is still cooking. I'm talking about the water ain't even boiling in the pot yet. So moral of the story, let Tracee live. Let black women age, date, thrive, and shine without shame, and stop pretending that legal equals moral when it comes to these huge power gaps. I don't think Tracee is preying on grown men, but I am interested in the dynamic, like who approaches who pays the tab, who leads in what areas. As far as the allegations of SA and all of that go, I don't think they're true. I think what he said is true. It was consensual. Do I think it's weird? Of course. It's definitely questionable. I think he dipped his toes into some waters that should have stayed unexplored, especially at his calibers. But when it comes to the kinks in the race play, say, who am I to judge? To each his own. We are all human and weird in our own ways, but I can't condone a man that's been around for more than half a century taking someone to Pound Town who's barely been alive for 2 decades. But at the end of the day, we all deserve a love that is not transactional, a love that doesn't have to be bought cheek by cheek, and may a love that grows, not controls, find you. Those are my thoughts on this age gap debacle. I would love to hear your commentary down below. Make sure you like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on the next Debrief with D. Bye.